this YouTube thing, you see videos of people using their machines to make tools to use on their machines. Well, this video is not an exception. I bought a box of inserts, triangular. Now, according to the website, these are yellow coated. I suppose there's something wrong with my glasses, but I don't see any yellow on it. But that's okay, I think they look good. I checked the cutting faces, seems to work. All I have to do is make the tool holder. This is hot rolled steel. I hope it will be strong enough. I also bought this high-speed steel tool blanks. One I can use on the lathe. I will make a tool holder for it to make it a parting tool. Now, if this represents my tool holder on my lathe, I have 30mm space to put the tool holder in it. At 23mm from the bottom, this is the axe of the center axe of the spindle. So my cutting tool, the upside, must come right here. Of course, this way I have a blank here, and I would like to make tool holder this way. Let's try to hold it. I suppose you got the idea. 4 bolts, maybe 6 bolts, we'll see. So, first of all, I'm gonna make this groove, and the upside of the cutting tool at 23mm from the bottom here. Block goes here. Groove 23mm, perfectly in line with the center line of my lathe. Perfect. I'm gonna set this tool, of course, perfectly at 90 degrees, the bottom side. But important is that the clapper is straight, 90 degrees too. If you put an angle, the cutting tool is gonna move sideways, and we're gonna ruin the size of the workpiece, or maybe ruin the cutting tool. .9. Okay, 1/10 for a finish pass. Still here. Good. I rusted out. Looks good. Now I have to move back to the beginning. 14.5. Now we go to the final depth of 2mm. This is 1.8mm. This is the 0 point. I'm gonna move 1/10 more. I'm gonna hurt the machine a bit. test. I'm gonna do a little bit more. That looks good. Now to hold this one in here, I'm gonna use a little piece of hot rolled. I already cleaned it up a bit. What I would like to do is of course cut it out at the right length and then bolt it on with this beautiful little metric 4 bolts. This plate I'm gonna cut it a little bit shorter just to be sure it will not interfere with the tool post, of course. Seems to be an ideal shaper job. Let's do. I just love shapers. Now before you jump onto the comment section to talk about my glasses, I know these are not safety glasses, these are correctional glasses. I have safety glasses, this one aside. These are official good quality safety glasses. They have correctional lenses. The problem is when I put these on, after 2 minutes it hurt my eyes and I can't see anymore. I have balance problems and I think this was a waste of money. Sometimes I use them, but not too much. I prefer my reading glasses. Doesn't look good, but I see better. The second part of this mega build, a tool holder for these inserts. I already made a little bolt. I turned a little bit taper size that fits in here. Little bolt, metric 4. I'm gonna make it straightforward. Something like this. That's all. I prepared 2 faces of this future tool holder. I worked it with the shear tool and I think the surface is not bad at all. Now in the book is marked that the angle of the shear tool should be about 45 degrees. I did some testing with it and I don't know for you, I don't know for other people, but for me more than 55 works better. I think I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna even make it 60 degrees. This one now is 55 degrees. So we use it this way, of course, and then push that way. So if one day you wanna play with shear tools, 45 degrees, not enough. Make it more, between 50 and 60 somewhere, and then razor sharp, and then it works. Right, let's continue the tool holder. the other angle as sharp as possible to leave some room for my center point. Color, color, color. Back to the shaper, cut it out. I think that looks good. This should be it. And the only way I came up with to spot this hole is to use Randy Rich's scribe. Now the fun trick is, if it works, my idea was a good one. If it doesn't work, I can blame Randy. I don't know to you, but to me they look like homemade tool holders. Let's put them to the test. First I will do this one, the parting off tool, see how it works. The second one we will try is this one, see if we can make heavy cuts with it. I'm ready to do the very first test. We will see what happens. I run this with coolant because there is no relief angles on this tool. There will be lots of friction, and I use the coolant as a lubrication. Here we go. Don't know what happened, something cracked. I have no idea, I don't see a thing. The tool did not break, looks good and sharp. Let's try again. Something's wrong, it doesn't cut anymore. I'm gonna regrind the tool and do a second test. I'm ready to do the second try. I regrind the tool. I put the workpiece a bit further in the chuck, a bit more rigid. Now I checked the video footage of what happened, but I don't see anything wrong. The only thing I could see is that the old tool and the tool post was pushed down. First you're gonna make sure it's still aligned. That looks really good. Voila. My scale started to live its own life. Gonna give it a bit of coolant to lubricate. I think I'm gonna slow down a bit. Maybe a part of the problem is running too fast. Until now, nobody died. That's a good sign. Seems to cut well. Nice and shiny. Okay, let's do another one. I think we can call this success. Now I have a washer machine. We're all set up. I did put a piece of cold roll steel in here. It's well known that to have a perfect finish on cold roll is very difficult. I'm gonna start at a slow speed, take light cuts and see what happens. We're gonna run on, let me check, 910 RPM. I put the feet, let me check also, at 0.16 millimeter per revolution. Go. Depth of cut 1 millimeter. Let's have a look. You can hear the music. I'm gonna take the same cut. I'm gonna raise the feed to 0.32. 0.32 millimeters per revolution. Go. fastest speed we can do. Into the right. We're coming back at a 2mm cut. That looks good. I think we can conclude that indeed it is possible to make your own tool holders. It is a nice and easy project, nothing special, just a little bit precision to make the angle to put this insert right. This one, of course I'm gonna cut it off, but when I grind the high-speed steel to give this angle, it feels a bit like chewing gum. I suppose the quality is not perfect of this thing. This one works extremely well. The insert, you don't even see that I worked with it. That's good. Now I've got to get used to it, because now I have this long and stringy chip, so I have to play with feeds and speeds. But I will figure it out, and see you on the next one.